a hoe because it is a perception that you are a hoe. Answer the question, bitch. That was a joke.
I think that a hoe is somebody who sleeps with everyone and anybody, and I don't think I'm considered a hoe no more. I don't really got nobody in the last like 2 or 3 years.
She said no more. Don't say no.
No, your wholeness can get deleted like after a certain amount of time.
Don't claim it.
She's like, Jalen was also born in 2002, meaning their birthdays are just months apart. Now tell me how Nico is supposed to address Jalen as his mother's boyfriend. Let alone that, how will the child they are having even come to understand that her brother and her father are literally the same age? Somebody make it make sense. Yeah, Draya is pretty much acting unbothered, but I can bet that all the comments about her relationship with Jalen are getting to her, especially the ones claiming that she definitely trapped Jalen with that pregnancy.
We're not talking about his choices as a 21-year-old whose brain is not fully developed. We're talking about Draya in her 40s having a baby by the young man whose brain is not developed. Do you have a unique take on this, or do you just want to meander? Because if that's the case, then I'll act like a woman and start talking.
I mean, she was already making headlines for dating Jalen.
No, Joe Budden, you don't act like a woman. You no longer, listen, that's the problem already. He feels too comfortable stepping into a woman's shoes, sir. No, thank you.
And getting pregnant by him is just another story. And baby, trust online investigators to come with a list of all the reasons why Draya should not be having a baby with a baby. Apparently, she can barely properly take care of the one she already has, and having one with somebody who just got legal is just insane. Well, when it comes to that, fans first pointed out that Draya was previously arrested for child endangerment. This happened when Draya's son Nico was a little younger, and Draya was out there doing what she was known for doing, which is allegedly being either a groupie or chasing ball players.
I mean, we all know I have a type.
Now, a local paper spilled the tea on what was happening, revealing that Nico went home from school every day to an empty spot while his mom Draya was hustling. Word was, he spilled to the cops about his routine, which basically involved waiting by the gated parking garage, watching folks come and go just to catch someone who would let him into the building. Draya apparently kept the house unlocked and stocked up on microwave dinners for him. Apparently one day he called 911. I'm not sure what had happened, but when the police pulled up, they took Nico and charged Draya with putting Nico's welfare at risk. In the report, it said that when they got to the house, it looked like chaos in there. Draya's underthings scattered around the living room, a little pup locked up, and dog business all over the place. Still on parenting, people also pointed out how Draya once made a whole deal on social media by refusing to sign her son's homework because of something very petty. Here's the lowdown. Draya claimed Nico needed her signature for a school assignment, saying it involved practice on a speech. Because her son had been doing that same speech like twice a day for a whole month, she straight up said she was sick of it and wasn't going to sign off on the homework. Petty much? Also, I can't verify this, but I have read several threads saying that Draya barely takes care of her younger son. So the issue is that she has never raised kids and she's been pretty much neglectful towards her children. And this has only made people conclude that having another child isn't a big deal to her because she probably won't raise this one as well. Draya herself.
So one thing the internet is not going to do is let us forget about Draya leaving that baby at home while she went out and had a good time or was doing whatever she did, just like they said. I mean, every time I see her on any show or anywhere, that is brought up. That is her storyline, whether she wants it to or not. So, and I just find something so immature about these women to a degree. Like, I don't know if this is really who they are mentally, or half of it is who they are mentally, or if it really just is to finesse the type of men and attention that's what's paying their bills. This is what they do. Like Larsa Pippen getting on TV talking about I just don't think that Marcus is my guy. You are 60 years old, ma'am, talking about you don't think he's your guy. You sound like a young girl, a little chick, a little spring chicken talking about like looking for love. You sound absolutely ridiculous. Larsa Pippen back go out more than she does. And you know what? Let me leave this woman alone because I have a whole video on Larsa Pippen. Go in and on her. If you haven't seen it, click on the page, go check it out if you want to hear some Larsa slander. I'm gonna try to leave her alone for the rest of the video. So basically, yeah, they are saying that Draya's guy, Jalen, is actually, he had a baby. The girl gave birth when Draya got pregnant, and now they're saying there's a third woman involved allegedly who is pregnant, so she'll be giving birth sometime around the same time. Which, like, come on, like, these women are old enough to know these young men are, like, don't have the same amount of control and are going to humiliate them. That is humiliating if this is true. For Draya at her age, at her big age, that's very humiliating. So I hope it's not true. However, I do feel like we are extremely hard on these women because these are all beautiful, successful women too. And we are really sitting up here talking about them like they are on geriatric bed rest. Like, it's just a different level of scrutiny, which is leading me to the female bashing part. So I just feel like we are hard on women, like I was saying. It's just, you know, society has already built around us a structure in which we need to be held to a higher standard. Now, we can go back and forth all day about that, but I really do feel like even since you're a little girl, you start immediately getting your hair pulled out and taught that beauty is pain and to discipline in certain ways, and girls don't sit like this, you know? So, you know, neither here nor there. That's a story for a different day. But it leads me to Brittany Renner, when she came out and was just like, no, these guys are dumb and they're hoes, and if you want to make a quick buck, get pregnant by an athlete. Like, she told the truth, and it shocked people. And they threw all kind of stones. They hated her. Honestly, it just got her more recognized in the industry. She got a commercial out of it. Like, they called her to come and talk to some NBA athletes. It might have been college. I'm sorry. I think it was college ball players, about how to avoid women like her. And it didn't do anything at all. I mean, I saw her probably on more dates. All of a sudden she was with YG, and now she's on the Shannon Sharp show, and they curious about her. Like, they don't care. Like, sometimes when somebody's being dumb, like, you can feel bad for them, and sometimes you just gotta let it rock. And that's what I'm feeling about this whole situation. Like, it's unnecessary to drill into these women when these are grown men too. They're well aware of what's going on. They know what they want, and so do those women, which reminds me of that Marilyn Monroe quote when she was just saying, like, if you like me for my beauty, how is it different for me to like you for your money? It seems both that are shallow, and maybe it's not the only thing. However, it sure does help, doesn't it? It sure does help that I'm beautiful, or it sure does help that you're rich. So I just think the whole argument of gold digging is just a weak cop-out that this generation has come up with, of not wanting to take care of their responsibilities as men, not wanting to take care of their responsibilities for their family. Ain't no such thing as gold digging. You need to be providing. It is our responsibility to make sure that you can provide. That's crazy. So yeah, they gave that girl, I mean, they drug her on the internet. And also, like, it makes me think about Jordan Craig. So, I mean, she's just the sweetest girl. So she had some drama there with Tristan. While she was pregnant in her third trimester, she had a lot of stress. I mean, she was advised by her doctor to remain on bed rest due to stress because of the relationship that she was watching her guy and Chloe at the time, you know, online, and just frolicking, not even caring at all what that woman's going through. Just for it to turn around, and when Chloe was pregnant with True in her third trimester, there's pictures blasted on the internet of Tristan kissing another girl. It sent Chloe into early labor. And nobody wants to talk about how when Chloe's surrogate was giving birth to her son, Tatum, Marley Nichols had just given birth to Theo, which is his child that he had on Chloe. And she had to go through her third trimester when he sent out that statement of, I messed up, I want nothing to do with her, I paid her off, I told her I don't want to do it, and he won't see or have nothing to do with that child. You have hurt enough children in your life. To keep doing it is insane. You know exactly what you're doing when you get with these women, but that's what they get for chasing down this man. Like, y'all don't know these Jamaican men. Like, I'm telling you something. A lot of Jamaican, now not all of y'all, but a lot of Jamaican men just believe in having more than one woman, and it's not something you are going to change. It's not something about you, and it ain't a battle that I'm about to fight. So she better than me. So what I really want to do is take a look at Jordan Craig's sister spoke up for her when Kim Kardashian spoke up on her sister's behalf, talking about how Tristan is such a great father and, you know, he just can't seem to get it right when it comes to their relationship. They kiss and suck so much dick when it comes to men. They dragged Jordan after that kiss with him. You know what? We're going to get into it. Let's watch this clip.
Jordan Craig's sister, Kai, is calling out Tristan Thompson and Kim Kardashian on the most recent episode.
So this is getting messy because one of Tristan Thompson's baby mama's sister just spoke out. So the sister of Jordan Craig, who happens to be the mom of his son Prince, just posted on Instagram. Okay, and this is what she said. It has been hard to refrain from speaking up, and out of respect for my sister's privacy, I haven't for over 7 years. But this is just too much. It's so painful to see how Tristan can find the time to do these nice things for others, but can't seem to show up and be a real parent for my nephew Prince. Oh my God. The fact that he can take other children to school and activities in the same city, yet never sees or speaks to his own son unless it's for a party or for a planned photo opportunity. It's appalling and it's inexcusable. Oh, Jesus. At Kim Kardashian. No, not tagging Kim Kardashian. I don't want to believe that you are this insensitive to the fact that he literally ignores his children. That's nice if he's been a good friend to you, but let's consider our sisters before taking a global platform to defend this man's character. On another note, to set the record straight, the child support rumors are inaccurate. All caps. Tristan has not paid that child support in a very long time and has stopped paying Prince's school's tuition. Yet he's being applauded for picking up and dropping off other kids to school and activities. He hasn't even inquired where Prince goes to school now. So he doesn't even know where his own son goes to school. Despite it all, my sister continues to work multiple jobs as she has since she was 16 years old, so that Prince will never have to feel a difference. But regardless, stepping up for your own son is not all about money. It's about the time spent, which she's right. At Tristan13, tagging Tristan, you are not, in all caps, a good father if you can't be a good father to all of your children. Man, mic drop. Girl, you better support your sister and defend her, okay? Tell the people the truth. This is what I'm saying. Kim's over here supporting and defending people she shouldn't. Girl, shut your butt up. Allegedly. So tell me what you think. Comment down below your opinion. Tell me your honest.
So I love that her sister stood up for her because she's not going to say anything. That's just not who she is. She never does say anything. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take a look at her dating life. So yeah, before we move on from Jordan to Jordan, we're just going to take a look at her dating history and see if there's any common denominators there. So we already know about Tristan, and it's just ridiculous. So she's going after him now for like $200,000, $250,000, something like that. I have no idea. In child support to get some help from him. And while he was refusing to see Theo, Marley's child, and watch him grow up to be the one that looks like him and gets the best qualities and be athletic. It's always the one that they deny or they want to avoid that ends up being just like you or being the successful one or that just pushes through. And I think it does have to do with that childhood trauma of that parent not wanting to be there. Sometimes creates a little bit more of a drive in a person. It sucks, but it's life and it's true. So here's another common denominator, Tyga. I have literally seen him on almost every single one of these. Like, I'm not even exaggerating at this point. I think he's a prostitute. I think he is like the Pussycat Dolls in their story. Like, I think there's a lot more celebrities out there that were getting more money off of slanging meat and things of that sort other than their music. I hate to say it, but I really do. Okay, so yeah, now to the next Jordan that was dragged for no absolute reason now that we know he's a complete slower that lacks self-control. They had this girl run back to the Smith family. Thank God she had the Smith family on her side because they were ready to eat her alive and did not care. did not have any remorse, and they never do for women, especially the black women around them. I'm sorry, I know, but recently you just watched Kanye in an interview and say that it was important that his children will be able to see a black person make the final decision and be something other than the help. And then he thought it important enough to say, let me say that again. So basically, they have black people around them, but they got a job too. Think about it. Malika ended up having to be Chloe's assistant for a while. She doing some work. She ain't just there for free. Okay, Corey, he doing security. Ain't nobody there for free. Y'all ain't sitting up in this for free. And then if you have some sort of celebrity, then Kris Jenner will be managing you. It is a tight ship. You will be owned. You will be doing something. Now, let's just refresh our memories of this poor baby during this whole debacle and madness over Tristan.
Let's start with what happened.
Sunday night, I went to dinner with some friends, and I went to this bar after. There was a party going on. I was minding my business, dancing, drinking.
Right.
So when it comes to the phones being taken away, I have no clue who told them to take away the phone, anything.
Right.
All I know is I had my own. And never once was I giving him a lap dance, making out with him, sitting all over him. It's just, we're all together, we're in a group. Never once did we leave the public area.
But from the night would suggest that there was a lap dance of some kind.
Now, this seems completely crazy to me that anybody says there was a lap dance involved, because there was no lap dance involved. But what I can think as to why someone would say that, there was a chair here, a couch, and another chair.
Got it.
It's all filled.
Got it.
So he's sitting in this chair, and there's an arm of the chair that goes up about here.
Okay.
And I'm sitting on the arm of the chair. So you come into the party and you look, and you see me sitting on the chair. In my head, this is innocent. You know, like, we're all drinking, we're all chilling. There's no way it would look like a lap dance, but I could see why people would say, oh, they're getting cozy.
Did you have your arm around him?
No.
Okay.
But my legs were laying right over his.
Got it.
My butt was never sitting on him.
But your legs were, so he
But
was
my legs were dangling down, so I picked them up and I put them over.
to onto his legs.
Onto the bottom of his legs, yes.
Onto the bottom of his legs.
There's stories that she was sitting on his lap. She was dangling in his crotch area. That is not the truth. But if you're looking for a story, I can understand why that would be the story.
Right.
And, you know, I tell everyone I'm leaving. I tell Tristan I'm leaving. And he's like, are you sure? You know, it's fine. You can be safe here. And I'm like, you know what? I need to go. My car's outside. I had a driver outside. It's been waiting. So this is where the story gets tricky, because I feel like I can't point fingers.
Yep.
I allowed myself to be there, and I never was belligerently drunk to where I can't remember what happened.
So you never had a blackout moment?
No, I was drunk.
Okay.
I was not tipsy, I was drunk.
Right.
But I was not beyond the point of recollection. I know where I was. On the way out, he did kiss me.
No.
And
what do you mean by kiss?
it's just no passion, no nothing on the way out. He just kissed me and
like a tongue kiss, like a peck on the lips, peck on the, like a...
No, it was like a kiss on the lips, but no tongue kiss, no making out.
Got it.
Nothing. And I don't think that he's wrong either, because I allowed myself to be in that position.
What exactly were you not honest about?
I was honest about being there, but I wasn't honest about the actions that had taken place.
Did you think you were trying to protect their relationship at that time?
I just knew how much turmoil was going on that I was like, let me not just throw more fuel on the fire.
Right.
I know I was trying to protect Chloe's heart.
Yeah.
She doesn't deserve this either.
Right.
Okay, Jordan's full of shit. Bah. I just gotta be honest. So it has been said by many who live in LA that, you know, they were a thing for a few months. They were messing around. They were moving around LA a little recklessly. That's what he does best. He moves around recklessly. Tristan, Future, Tyga, Rob Kardashian, all hoes, okay? Nobody talks about it. All hoes. Prostitution whores. And Marcus Houston married a 19-year-old. He was 41. Where's the same amount of pressure and heat and videos? Maybe, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I missed it. Leonardo DiCaprio recently got outed by like this 19-year-old model because he was hitting on her, and he's like, ew, you know, she's like, ew, old guy. Like, reality checked. You're no longer the little guy from Titanic. Leave these little girls alone. Grow up. But yeah, anyways, they are tied. Listen, you'd be surprised how Tyga is tied to these women. It's ridiculous how it's not talked about. He is spread thin. Comment down below if you'd like me to do a video on a certain topic, or I've been thinking about doing one about Khloe Kardashian, or like the Kardashians, and how they're honestly worse than Tristan. Like, to be honest, she deserved what she did. And here's a closing joke. What did the young, successful ball player say his older, washed-up IG video vixen tasted like when he goes down there? Depends. Ha! Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I might take it out. All right, okay. But anyways, thanks again, y'all. Continue to tune in, like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be doing a cash giveaway once we get to 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe and be on the lookout. Bye.